sounds more fancy that way. Eh? What do we see? I've always recommended when you're looking at the charts to look at the charts with the recent events in mind in terms of Bitcoin and the all of cryptocurrency. We had a recent dump, more or less recent. Recent in these terms is it's easily months. So you have to consider that. You have to consider the last event. What did Bitcoin suffer? Recently or else previously. What happened to Bitcoin? What happened to Bitcoin? It reached like 60 what $1,000, a coin. But then after a while, you saw that it collapsed a bit, right? Then it started to gain momentum and get back up. It reached into the 50s. I think, I'm not sure. I don't think it hit. It could have hit 60 at one point again. But I think it went only up to the 50s or low 50s or mid 50s. And then now we were having some momentum upward, some movement upward, but then now it's kind of like pushing down again. In my previous videos on crypto, I believe I had related the about a year ago, about a video I did a year ago or so, where I prognosticated, I guess you can say, as opposed to predicting, that the Bitcoin would suffer a collapse, and it would do two before shooting upward into all new highs. And I was suggesting that it would hit, like 100,000, 120,000, etc. The That has been also echoed in the past, I believe in the past week or so, by other gurus, by other experts in the field. In terms of it hitting the 120,000, they fully expect that to happen. That was the next plateau, reasonable plateau. With the only other question was, how you guys doing? The only other question was, we know that the first uh, collapse happened, the first crash. Is this the second one? I mean, which one's the second one? We saw that we had a downfall a little bit previously, like a week or so ago. And now again, just these past few hours, days, we saw it come down again, almost like a bouncing ball. I had suggested that may not be the second of the two crashes that I had, talked about that would occur in my expectation before it shooting outward. The fact that it didn't go up, remember I said that if it goes up from here, that was about a week or so ago, if it keeps going up and returns to its highs, it keeps going upward, then, it could be that it's going to keep going upward. It could. No one knows what the future holds, right? But I was still expecting another crash, because the other crash that I am expecting is a big one. It's not even going to go like to 40. It's going to go down to a point where it will be like the greatest opportunity for anyone who doesn't have any Bitcoin to get into Bitcoin when that happens, right? You think everyone's going to stay away. But that's the time to buy for all you guys who've been waiting. You hear about Bitcoin, and if and when it goes down significantly, That's the time to get it, because that elevator is going, I fully expect it to go really high in terms of 120K, that type of thing. So that's what it's still, we're still looking at. If you look at the charts, it's just still bounces like a bouncing ball. It can go anywhere. I don't think it'll bounce up all the way to 120 without having that other crash. See, the other something has to happen for Bitcoin to go up to the 120, and I believe that event, other than some other type of earth shaking news, just depending on cryptocurrency itself and the psychology of cryptocurrency, etc., investing, it would have to be that Bitcoin crash is significant, barring any other situation, any other factor. And then after that, it's going to go way up. So, and then this is part of it, right? This is telling y'all and sharing with y'all my feelings and I'm not the only one. It's nothing special about what I'm saying. I think you all have that idea that, yeah, if it goes down, it's going to be like, it's like, it shouldn't be down and it won't stay down. You have that feeling it's going to go up. So that's the time to really get, if you're still not into it, because right now it's still a good opportunity to realistically and reasonably expect doubling your money. It's not even at 60,000. Realize that a Bitcoin price of 60,000 still is a good bet for doubling your money in your lifetime. I'm talking about people like me, what's left. Pretty much, you can double that. You pretty much, more so than it going to $1 million. I mean, that will take some time, which we don't have, right? Us older folk. But yeah, doubling is, I would say, that's a pretty reasonable, hope. I wouldn't say expectation, but hope. Definitely, if you're going to do any type of investment or in cryptocurrency or anything else, I would have it as a hope. It's simply something that, if anything's going to happen, that is reasonable to expect. By the way, I'm not offering any financial advice. For all you guys, you're gonna need to consult financial planners and experts in the financial areas and legal things, like your lawyer and all of this. There's a lot of little hoops and things that you have to be aware of when you're investing any money at all. And remember that investment should only be done with disposable funds. And I told you the best disposable funds are funds that come free, right? The free stuff that, like Coinbase gives you for watching a video. There's another platform also, one of the other cryptocurrency platforms are also offering free crypto for watching videos. I forget which one it is. I'm not sure if it's Pancake Swap or something. I'm sorry. I will try to remember for next time and make a video on that. But yeah, there are other opportunities for earning free crypto. Baby, that's the right thing to do. You don't have to even spend your own money. They're giving you money. So you might as well put it to good use. All right. So anyway, basically if you look at the charts, you'll notice that it's just a bounce. And use that bounce. Look at the bounce and see that you can realize that with the next bounce, you can realize at least that much of a gain in anything that you buy. The same holds true with a lot of altcoins. All the charts are showing the same pattern, the same form, if you will, meaning that right now the price is almost at its 3 month pairing, equal to what it was 3 months ago. I believe with the first time Bitcoin, lost its value, of the all-time high, lost that gain. So right now we're at that level, pretty much so. Some TAs will call that a resistance level because a lot of people got in. They got in at that time, so they're going to try to keep that price there and not go below that. You can see it for what it will. I don't believe in like resistance levels. I know it is a thing. It has some influence, but it's never a guarantee. And like I said, I'm holding on to my Bitcoin crashing significantly still, and dramatically. I'm still holding on to that. So not that you guys have to make any decisions based on that either way. It's just I'm just sharing my thoughts on the subject. In any case, at this point, if you're looking at just simple doubling of your money, you should really give the cryptocurrency space a look into if you're not already invested. Um, because and then Bitcoin, if you're looking at least doubling your money. Now, other people will say, "Ah, it's the altcoin. The altcoins are going to go up super high." And this again, there's thousands of altcoins, and of course, you would expect that, but you can't really. Every time we move away, every coin we move further from Bitcoin in terms of its stability and popularity, et cetera, et cetera. It's a lot more risk involved in terms of, and when I say risk, is in terms of, some coins will not perform even when Bitcoin goes up. Some need Viagra still, so that's the truth of the matter. But most coins do react with Bitcoin. Most alts do go up when Bitcoin goes up, and as we see now, most alts go down when Bitcoin goes down. So it's neither here nor there. As always, do your own research. A good rule of thumb, really, is to invest in things that you have passion for. Things that you believe in, and that's plain and simple. Just with that, where it doesn't matter if it goes up or not, or whenever it does. That's, I guess, the best way to invest. It's the best way to put that nonsense money to do that instead of drinking beer. Some people will fight with me, and I want my beer. I'll spend other money, kids' milk money or something like that. Christ, a crew. But um, you need to look at what the charts are simply indicating that it can bounce. Chances are it's going to bounce up again. I'm looking at it as a bouncing ball. It's going sideways. Otherwise, it's a sideways movement. It's not going to go up to an ATH, an all-time high. It may hold out there without collapsing further. Again, something got to go on, but something's going to make Bitcoin crash. If my prediction, if you call it that, or my feeling holds to come out true, something gonna make it crash, and those are things that you also have to understand as well. What could make it crash, and how do those things affect you? So these things also you have to really understand and think about. That's why you have to be smart about what money you're putting into crypto, because something makes Bitcoin crash, that will leave you maybe needing cash, and if all your cash is in Bitcoin, for example, or any of the alts, then you may not even survive to cash out Bitcoin when it hits the moon. Wouldn't that be a horrible joke, right? But again, it's a situation that a lot of you guys put yourself into because you're not following sound advice. The government gives you good advice, it tells you not to invest your essential funds, your funds you need to survive on, and survival funds includes when things go down the drain. So you have to get your affairs in order and be able to survive if everything hits the fan, right? HHTF, right? something like that goes on, you need to be able to survive. And maybe Bitcoin and the alts will not go up when that happens. Maybe they all crash also. So that's a possibility. You need to be prepared for that. So don't be stupid. I think a lot of people need some education, financial education, because the main problem most of you have is that you don't know how to make money. You don't know how to manage your money and to make money without crypto. If it wasn't for crypto, well, how would you make money? Would you be able to make $100,000? Right? You're expecting crypto to give you $100,000, but without crypto, would you be able to make $100,000 on your own? Because that's an essential thing to learn. You really should concentrate on that. Because after you get $100,000 in crypto, then what? And I've said this often in my previous videos. I mean, you're putting everything, you're on the horse. That horse may not win. And even if it wins, what do you expect to do with that money? Because once you spend that money, guess what? It's done. What are you going to do now? So investing in cryptocurrency, it's a great ride. It's exciting to take free money from Coinbase, watching a video and have it grow 10 times. It's fascinating to watch. Okay, so that's is interesting. It's fascinating. It's nice, right? But without crypto, how do you make money? And that's the thing that you guys need to understand. And I think, my opinion, my humble opinion, that some of your money, instead of it going into crypto, really should go into educating yourself. It should go into making sure you're ready for a disaster, an emergency, natural or otherwise, making sure that you and your family survive. And number two, giving you the ability to make money when everything goes down the drain, or be able to barter. Barter is an old system when there was no money or very little money that people had. They would trade skills or things that they made or that they grew, and they would trade it in for goods and services that they needed. Are you able to do stuff like that? Because if you are, then you're able to make some money now and not be sitting around waiting for crypto to do this or how many X's you need. And the other issue is, do you have an exit plan? Which everyone who invests should. What's an exit plan? An exit plan means that, okay, like I've been talking about Bitcoin, it's reasonable to expect it to go to 120,000 in a relatively short amount of time, right? And when I mean short, I mean, well, before I croak. I believe that before I croak, I'll see a Bitcoin at 120,000. I think that's reasonable for me. I don't know about the $1 million thing. I think my children may see that, maybe. But I'm not going to be sitting around waiting for that $1 million Bitcoin. I think it's ridiculous. It's not reasonable. If it happens, fine, fantastic. Hey, that's beautiful, right? It won't stay there long, but hey, at least it did it, right? It did it. How much money did you get? I wasn't quick enough. My phone wasn't working. Or the platform wouldn't let me sell. Just wait, watch. You see, but when a person knows how to make money, it doesn't matter. My phone died. It happens. It doesn't matter. And I think that's a quality and a state that many of you should look to to make for yourself. And it may take some money. It may take some money. Instead of putting it into cryptocurrency, buy some equipment that you can make some money with. That's a good investment, because I'll tell you right now, there's other things to put money into that'll bring you more money than you sitting around waiting for Bitcoin. I can tell you that for a fact. But the thing is, you guys are sitting back pretty, waiting for Bitcoin to do it for you or any of the alts. So it's not completely wise. It's fun, but it's not the best thing that you can do. Leveraging is the best thing. Some in crypto, some in other things. Turn that money, make money for you. 'Cause right now the cryptocurrency isn't making money for you. You have to be able to turn it around. I know there's some people doing day trading. Again, many people don't have the nerves for that. It takes some to do that. Um, Again, they're taking the money and they're turning it. But well, how are they making their money? They're doing what I'm suggesting, but I'm not suggesting that it be done through cryptocurrency. It can be, but I don't know. These guys making all that money, they're going to run into tax issues, right? Because every time you turn that around, that's tax at a very high rate. So, you gotta. You're not thinking about it now because you're making money now, but down the road it might come back to haunt you. But in any case, there's either way, the idea is good, even though they're doing it that way, risking a lot. Um, but the issue is to make the money work, not to have it sit and waiting for something to happen to make it grow. No, the better way, obviously, is to make things happen for yourself, and that's putting your money to work. So I think that's the better thing to do. It's a better thing to invest in yourself, and do something that creates income and always makes money for you while you wait for whatever it is that you have in the crypto space to make it. But have an exit plan also by knowing when you're going to get out. So if you put something into Bitcoin, know that it will go double in a relatively could be a couple of years easily, but it can reach 120K. So that is that when you will take your profit, where you take your money out of there, and then go and do something else with it, right? You have to have an exit plan that's reasonable, because again, you don't need to keep your money in cryptocurrency to make money. As a matter of fact, the sooner you learn how to make money without cryptocurrency, the sooner you're able to take whatever gains you make from cryptocurrency and turn that into more bigger money, uh, the better it will be for you. The better experience you will have in cryptocurrency investing and any investing. Absolutely. So it's not an idea, you're going to ride that horse till it dies type of thing is what a lot of you guys are doing. And it's very risky. That is the biggest risk of all. It's that you're letting it ride. It's almost like a gambler that, oh, let it ride. It's making money. Let it ride, let it ride. You know, let it ride. Why don't you make some money with that money? That's how you let it ride. You don't just let it sit there playing the odds. I think that's really dumb. All right, so listen, I just want to encourage you guys to do something better and look at things sensibly, reasonably. Don't do things with a fantastic, thinking or dream. Oh, it's gonna hit 1 million. When it hits 1 million, I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be rich. No, you'll be poor, because once you get the money, poor doesn't know how to do that. That's the thing you need to realize. Yeah, why aren't you rich now? You know why? Because you don't know how to be rich. So what do you think is going to happen when you have $1 million or $10 million, for that matter of fact? What do you think will happen? All you know how to do is to be poor, and guess what you'll do? You'll be poor. You'll do poor. You think poor. That's the problem. And I think you guys are playing a game that you have set yourself to lose. So be smart, Be reasonable, reasonable, right? Do things with reason. Have an entry and an exit, and that's it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes to double. Pull it out. Is that your exit plan? You're gonna pull it all out. Some people will leave some in there, but you're gonna pull it out. That's good. You go by your plan, but you need to know what to do after that, right? That's the whole point of that. And you stick to your plan, and that's that. And every plan should have something saved. You need to be able to save money, and at minimum, the most minimal thing is that when you make your money, your crypto money or whatever investment profit, whatever, you need to set up your life. Set up basic. What do I need to live without worry? Right? You don't have to be rich all those years. No, no, just be able to sustain myself in this state until I grow old and die. What do I need? And you need to plan that. And anything all extra over that, then that's money then that you play with, because your life is set with this. There's different vehicles. Again, go to your financial planner, tell them this is what you want to do. You want to set yourself your a comfortable life, not needing anything. If there's no social security, there's no anything, there's no ability to get a job to make money. I will be set for life. Everything is nice, and you have money when you need it, and all of that. So, how much is that going to take, and what do I need to have? You need to make these decisions and plan that, and then everything else is cream on the top. It's basically how you need to do this. But I think the most important thing that you need to learn, more than investing in cryptocurrency, is investing in yourself and making money, knowing how to make money. Most important thing of all. All right, that's it for me today. Take care, and good wishes to all of you. You want so much money. No, no collapse, please. Go over this, brother. We're praying. We're praying. But you need to do something proactive, okay? That means that you have to be able to use the hands you have, the brain you have, whatever tools you have, and be able to make money and not be dreaming too much with the cryptocurrency. Not that it will never happen, but life is funny. We don't know. Our days are not guaranteed. And while you're around waiting, because I do know for a fact, I know of this for a fact, you guys can become millionaires already, not without crypto. It's just, but you're sitting around wasting time, and and then you're waiting for crypto to take you there. So that's what's happening. And then once it does, since you didn't learn how to do it on your own, you will lose it, because obviously you're going to buy something, right? You're not going to sit there and just look at the money. You're going to want to spend it. But once you spend it, guess what? You're no longer rich, right? See, that's the issue. That's the issue. And anything you buy, guess what? You have to fix it. You buy the Lamborghini. Lamborghini doesn't fix itself. It does wear down, you know. You know that. Do you know how much the mechanic charges to fix a Lamborghini? It isn't the same price he goes to fix your Volkswagen. I can tell you that. You see, so it's a whole big different ball game. But since you don't know how to make more money after you made that money from Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, you're going to be poor. Do not think. That's why the government laughs. We can imagine that they laugh. You know, these people investing in crypto, they think they're going to be millionaires. You won't be millionaires for long. You won't be a millionaire for long. You gotta understand that. Yeah, because then they come, oh, you got money now. Well, let's look at how you made that money and see about all those taxes you owe. That's it. Then the house will need repair. The car needs repair. You get sick, you got to pay the hospital bill. The bottom line, the end of the day, you know who gets all the money? The hospital. Because that's where you're going to be sick, and that's where you're going to die. And then they take everything you leave behind.